Hey, I thought I'd do something different today. I don't normally do this on my channel. I usually just post little videos of photos, but with much encouragement from a friend of mine and my daughter, I thought I would make a video. So hopefully it turns out okay. And this morning, on Tuesdays, I make breakfast and I do meal prep. So I thought I would do some waffles today because I put them in the freezer. But then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my recent diagnosis. On the 24th of August, I was diagnosed with systemic lupus. Since February, I've been having symptoms, but the symptoms were vague and mimicked other autoimmune disorders. As I'm sure a lot of people know that that's a common thing. It's the great pretender is what they call it. Now, I don't measure any of this, so don't go by this recipe. I just take a cup and dump it in. Measure with your heart. So anyway, mine began with neurological symptoms. I was having numbness, tingling. There was times when I couldn't speak. I appeared as though I was zoned out, like I would look at you and know what you were saying, but I could not respond. I couldn't move. It looked like, to other people, it looked like a particular type of seizures, not the grand mal seizures or anything like that, an atypical type seizure. And I did that. I had a couple of episodes of that. And I went to my doctor. I was having not really dizziness, but I was kind of lightheaded. I mean, I could walk and everything, but it was, I felt off balance, so to speak. So I did that for several episodes. Then I had numbness and tingling to my left side. So, I mean, from my face, my neck, all the way down to my toes. On the left side, I was just experiencing numbness and tingling. Not pain. I had, at one point, I was having incontinent episodes, incontinence of bladder. I just didn't know. I was numb everywhere. So I did that. I went to my doctor and they performed my PCP, performed ANA test. Well, the results came back positive, so she referred me to a rheumatologist. So when she did that, I went to the rheumatologist and they performed all of the normal standard tests for autoimmune disorders. And they came back. There was a couple that were questionable, but I noticed that she did not put my all the symptoms that I was telling her about. She didn't factor those in. And then when I went back for a follow-up, she told me that I didn't have one of her autoimmune disorders and sent me on my way. I saw a neurologist because of the neurological symptoms who did an EMG, an EEG, a lumbar puncture, MRI, CTs, and it showed I had some ischemic changes on my brain. It also showed that I had decreased nerve conductivity below my left knee. Well, he interpreted that as normal aging changes with the ischemic areas on my brain, which can happen as we age. I'm 52. So, and then the decreased nerve conductivity is a common symptom of a pinched nerve in the knee. And you know, if you sit with your legs crossed a lot and you're of a certain age, that can be normal. So he sent me on my way. So I wanted to seek a second opinion with the rheumatologist. So I made an appointment, and I couldn't get in there, or I wasn't supposed to be able to get in there until December of this year. Well, a friend of mine, she just, by listening to my story and knowing me from work and how I work and how I'm very independent, she kind of got angry about that and was not going to have me waiting until December. She said enough time has passed and it's already been too long. So she just went down a Google list of rheumatologists in the area. So that's what she did, and she started calling them to see which one could get me in first. She found one and then sent me a message and said, get a referral and go here. Well, so that's what I did. And it's in Marietta. If you live in Georgia, it's Wellstar. So I went there, and I was expecting to get the same basic answers that I got previously. Well, this doctor listened to me. She wrote down my symptoms in her notes, and she ordered some tests I didn't even know existed. They're called AVISE testing through Exogen Labs, AVISE. And so her office drew my labs and sent them overnight to California to be tested. Now, those AVISE tests, they will test for lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma, and Sjogren's. I hope I'm saying that right. But they will test for those particular type autoimmune disorders. And so she ran those tests, and they came back. I went back to her, and she gave me the results. I have systemic lupus. But had I not gone to her, had my friend not found her, and she ran those particular type tests, I'd still be waiting. I'd still be waiting on something else to happen, waiting on another doctor to actually pay attention. I didn't know about these tests, and I'm a nurse. I work in long-term care, and I've had patients that had multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's, Hashimoto's, and even though I'm not a specialist, I'm an LPN, I didn't know that these tests existed. And I'm guessing that a lot of other people don't know these tests exist. So you could ask your doctor to run these tests if you suspect that you have one of those disorders that I mentioned. I don't know if that doctor will, or if they've even heard of it themselves. And if they haven't heard of it and they're receptive, hopefully they'll order those tests. If not, and they dismiss you and say, oh no, you don't have those symptoms, get another doctor. Keep going. Keep going until somebody listens to you. If you can get this thing, whatever it is, under control, get on a treatment regimen, get on some medication to kind of suppress whatever your issue is, then you can prevent or help slow down permanent damage to your other organs, because these disorders do attack your entire body. They attack your lungs, your kidneys, your lymphatic system, your heart, your liver. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It can be slowed down and sometimes go into remission. And that's the ultimate goal. So my purpose is to raise awareness that these tests do exist. And they also have prognostic testing. If you test positive for one of these disorders that it tests for, then the prognostic testing will kind of give them an idea of what organ that it's likely to attack. That's phenomenal. Everybody should know this. I mean, tell everybody that you know, hey, you know, if it's not you, If it's somebody that you love, somebody, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, child, mother, get them to get a prognostic test if they've already been diagnosed with one of those that I mentioned. Either lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's, or scleroderma. They can have a prognostic test to see which organ it's likely to affect. Those, you can Google it. Just Google AVISE testing. It amazes me. And I think more people should know about this. But I've mixed up my batter here, and I couldn't tell you what proportions. So like I said, this is my Tuesday routine. I make breakfast for the freezer. I have to maintain. That's another thing that's really good. Maintain a schedule. If you can. If you can't, get it the next day. It's all right. Don't beat yourself up. The more anxiety you have about not being able to get things done, the more inflammation you cause. And the more inflammation worsens your symptoms. So don't get upset if you can't do something. If you can't bend down, if you drop things. It's just stuff. It doesn't matter. You're what matters. I honestly believe that I have this for a reason. I was told by somebody that pain without purpose is suffering. And it's the choice you make. I'm not one for suffering. So I'm turning this into my purpose. I want to get the word out about this testing. And then later on, I'll give different techniques that I use to help me get through a flare or to help me deal with certain kind of pain or anything. But I just wanted to share that with you. And I came on here in my natural state because these things are not pretty. They're kind of ugly. And I don't want people to feel like they have to put on a face. They have to pretend like they're okay when they're not. I'm okay today. I'm having a good day. I have to modify different things that I do. And that's okay too. That's just fine. You'll have to too. You just have to find those little things that you can do. And you can celebrate. But I'll be getting back to y'all with some other stuff. If you have any questions, just leave me a message. Comment. Share this video with somebody that it could possibly benefit. But make sure you Google AVISE testing. AVISE. If you didn't know about it, you do now. I'll talk to y'all later.